getting absolutely muscled there. At turn 1, that was an absolute disaster.
Oh, he spun!
Oh no! That's massive for Adam!
All over the rear bumper and spin, mate. These guys are hitting each other like nothing we've ever seen before.
G pulls out to the outside. Here we go again.
AEST there, he's going to go for a move here. The two Ferraris in front of him.
G went wide. G's
Oh!
Oh, the contact.
Oh, massive contact there.
This is going to be an incredible finish for these two.
The speed, the overspeed happening. They're going to go 3 wide into
Oh.
turn 1.
There's contact there from Tracy who comes through on the way in. He tries to retrace and gets his way.
Shoved out wide. Oh, huge contact.
This is fantastic. On the outside though in turn 1.
As he shoves it down the inside anyway. What is this? Oh my gosh! What a move from GTR!
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We're here tonight once again at Spa-Francorchamps for our Community Series night here on every second Thursday. And we're here tonight following the normal format that we normally do here for our Community Series, which is 2 20-minute races, with the second one being reverse grid. But just before that, we have our 10-minute qualifying session, which our drivers are about to embark on. But we have a massive track here at Spa-Francorchamps. The chance of rain is on the horizon, so don't discredit it. It's been a very wet weekend, or couple of weeks in our main series, so a little bit of rain to shake up the action should be massive here tonight. But my name is Lenocis, your streamer and commentator here tonight, and your race director and co-commentator, Mr. Muffin, back in the comms box. How are we doing tonight, Muffin?
I'm doing sensational. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone at home, wherever you're watching from in this wonderful part of the world. And it's just great to be back here at Spa. It's nice actually the sun's out after last weekend where it just pelted down with rain. But knowing my luck, now that I've said that sunny, I've jinxed it. It's going to start raining any second now. But for the time being, I'm soaking it up and happy to be here in the comms box. It's always lovely to check out the sights in here, mate.
Yeah, wet time of year here in the Ardennes forest. On the border between Liechtenstein and... No, not Liechtenstein. Luxembourg and Belgium. It's a nice little spot here, high up in altitude, so it means that rain always is a threat, and especially this time of year. It's summer, technically. I mean, it's not a very hot summer over there, but about this time of year, they get a lot of rain over in Belgium. So we're here tonight, and it's dry at the moment, but we've got next hour of Sector 1 action, Community Series action, so don't discredit the rain coming. Could make things interesting. So, how are we looking tonight, Muffin? We got a couple of names, familiar names, and a couple of new names as well, don't we?
Definitely do. We got like a nice mixture of current F1 drivers, familiar faces in the Community Series, as well as a couple of new people, I believe. At least ones that I do not recognise. So we're in for a good night, I feel. And I think, the qualifying session in the first race, they're great and all, but in the reverse grid, that is the race you want to win. That is the most important race of the night, as anyone knows, here in the Community Series. So I'm keen to see what these guys do, and should be a fun night for everyone.
Yeah, we have the current Division 1 reigning champion in-house tonight, Geesh. He's here with us, just showing his skills. Last time out at Laguna Seca, he completed, it was either the first or the second last to first challenge we've seen in the Community Series this season, which he Oh no, it wasn't last week. It was at no, not Willow Springs, the other American track, Watkins Glen. Got there eventually, where he did his last and first, and then John did it again last time out at Laguna Seca. So, could we see 3 back-to-backs in a row here at Spa-Francorchamps? The question is sort of hangs in the air, but hard to discredit Geesh doing such a good job over in the main division in Sector 1 main series. So, yeah, and a couple of other names as well lining up tonight. Should be an interesting night of action. So, how far do you reckon we are from qualifying, Mr. Muffin?
I think we're at the point now where all the guys here, they're red hot, they're raring to go, they're getting their last bit of practice in. I think that big red button here, which is a bit wet, maybe there's a leak in the roof somewhere, I'm not too sure. It's it looks very appetizing. I might just give it a quick push and get this session underway.
No worries, as the big red button has been clicked here at Spa-Francorchamps for tonight's Community Series racing action. Of course, 10-minute qualifying coming right up. As the drivers pulling out of their garages at the moment.
Yes, all the cars lined up in pit lane, all of them look spectacular. You cannot take that away. All the livery designers here in Sector 1 have done a fantastic job.
As these guys have hit the track, it looks like Geesh, first one on track tonight, and it is very dark and gloomy outside. Potential of rain always lingering. But of Geesh tonight, he's out here in the doghouse livery, the red dog inspired livery based off the Red Bull livery in the real supercars. So nice livery done there by the stranger himself. Out behind him, oh well, we can't do that yet until they cross the timing line, as Geesh does. And I think it's still a bit messed up. The timing screens aren't great tonight, so we'll have to wait till they do a full lap before we can talk through who's where on track. But FAF, he's in the black light ammo. Oh, I think it's sorted itself out now. Here we go. So the car behind Geesh out on track at the moment is Bite the Roses, all the way from the UK here tonight. So nice to see some international, what's the word? International participation. Yes. And he's sporting the APR Automotive Obsession Motorsport car, number 78, in all its glory. We got Kiwi Wolf returning after last week in the Green Beacon car once again. But I can't quite remember whether he was here for Watkins either, but I definitely know he was here for Laguna Seca. We have DP Mario. He's one of our Division 2 drivers here in the Sector 1 main series, and he is in his own team's car, the Pentrite sponsored Black Rose car, as he comes through towards Port Frere. Kieran DeLuce in the Lightning Motorsport colours, of course, his current team in the main series. He's currently racing in Division 3 for Lightning Motorsport, as I said before, as he comes through Blanchemont. Looking back, we have 3 drivers all next to each other on track. Holy moly. We have Blind Man in the Datsun car. We have FAF in the Black Light Ammo car. And just behind him, we have Diabolus in a special ISA car. Oh, as somebody's almost lost it. I think that was FAF in the Black Light Ammo car. And we have another ISA new guy to the party. We have ISA Tube NVNZ. Let's just call him Tubes for tonight. And behind him, oh, big slide from Filth Merchant here, who I believe is a new name on the Sector 1 Community Series scene in the Kraken car based off the DGR Mustang. We have Boggs, 11th on the road at the moment, starting his flying lap on the run down towards Eau Rouge and Radillon. He's in the Hooncorp car tonight. I believe that was the car he was in last week. Looking just behind him, we have Jackery Q. After a single race in the Sector 1 main game, all the way back in Season 5, racing under the CP colours. He's here tonight in the Respawn Esports car based off one of the classic V8 supercars Vodafone liveries. Just behind him, well, quite a while behind him, we have Levenspiel running the Brocchio 5 car. And he's after his performance at Laguna Seca, and Watkins Glen as well, he's recently been selected, and he'll be driving in Division 2 under the Red Mist colours in the main game. So congrats to Levenspiel. Once again out here in the community series, looking to have a little bit of fun and make a name for himself. And the last man on track here tonight, we have a Woody, a late scratching from somebody in the chat, and Woody's stepped in the CP colours to show us everything that we've got. So combined with the comms box and on track, we have the entire Division 1 podium from last Sunday here in the community series, don't we, Muffin?
That we certainly do, and unfortunately you've got the worst driver of the lot in the comms box with you, as Distinct Geesh crosses the line with a 2:15.9. That's a cracking lap to start with. Beats by Bite the Roses by nearly a second. That is that's a major
massive
lap.
gap. 15.9, that's getting close to maximum pace here. So Geesh really putting down the hammer early in this qualifying session, and proving to us all why he's one of the best drivers in Sector 1 at the moment. Blind Man goes to P2, just edges out Bite the Roses there.
Definitely. Let's go DP Mario in P4 as he goes too wide up to Original Radion. Oh, a little bit touchy there, boys. Kiwi Wolf might get a penalty for that, but his qualifying will continue. There's still about 4.5 minutes to go here at Spa in these qualifying sessions. We've also got a few other names. I think Dis will get to do a lap as well as Jackery Q, as he just does one and goes to P5. 2 seconds off Distinct Geesh.
Pretty decent first flyer for Jackery Q. Should be looking to get another 2 laps in before the end of the session.
Also got Levenspiel putting a lap on the board now. Puts himself into P6 right behind Jackery Q. 2:18.2, not a bad lap by any means, especially this car, which is very tail happy. You have to be so gentle with that foot and pretend you're stepping on the nail of the going as slow as possible.
Absolutely. I think Levenspiel will be happy with that lap for his first flyer as well. I mean, 18.2, definitely room for improvement, so expect him to be a little bit higher towards the end of the session, potentially.
He's got at the back here, just was about to do his first line lap here, I think, and he gets a 2:39. Okay, something tells me he's not driving that car at the full potential that's available to him, but maybe he's going for one last hot shot right at the end of the session here.
Yeah, should have time for 2 more laps, so I expect Woody to put in a time representative. I mean, of course, he came 3rd place in the Enduro here last Sunday. I mean, very different conditions, essentially night and day in terms of the track condition. But oh my goodness, Geesh goes even quicker, goes to P1 with a 2:15.837. Nice lap from the Respawn Esports Doghouse driver for tonight. As Blind Man into the pits for a new set of boots. Oh, he's cutting it a bit fine. I don't know whether he's going to make it around again.
It's going to be cutting it fine, like you said, mate. I think if he can get out of the pits and absolutely floor it, he may stand a chance, but yeah, there's not going to be much room for error. If he gets a penalty or goes off track, that's his qualifying session done.
And DP Mario into the pits as well in P4. It's going to be... No, I think Blind Man... Oh, that's going to be so tight.
I think
he comes out of the box now...
he should make it around, but he cannot slow down, warm the tyres up. He just got to go for it.
That's a very tight margin. We'll be monitoring that to see whether Blind Man gets around for another lap. But as it stands, Jackery Q goes ahead of DP Mario with a 2:17 flat. Very good showing from the Respawn Esports driver.
Very nice indeed. I think Bite the Roses as well. I'm not sure if he was, but currently in P3 with a penalty though, so his qualifying session is all but done now, unfortunately for him. He may actually serve this lap and make it around for another flying lap, more than likely, but we'll see how he goes with that one. But like once again, you've got Geesh in front. I'm not trying to talk about him too much, but he's got a second on the field. That is just, that's mental to do in just a 10-minute qualifying session. And he's 4 tenths up.
Oh dear, geesh, just absolutely stretching his legs. He won the Enduro last Sunday by 30 seconds, and now he's here. Potentially, we could even see a 14 if the gods let that happen, but he comes through Blanchemont for the 4th time, and he will get another lap, as there's 1 minute remaining on timer. Into the bus stop chicane now, just needs one more acceleration. Oh, lights up the rears. That might be the lap done. We'll see what happens as he crosses the line. Does go quicker by over 4 tenths, a 15.4 for Geesh. Blinding lap.
That is mental. That is absolutely just... I'm not sure if it's a word, but stonking. That is a stonking lap. I think he definitely should get some sort of penalty for the next time he does Community Series. Maybe use the Group 4 Genesis rather than the Group 3. Might be a fair thing to do. As Faf goes to P2.
Oh, nice lap. What a lap from FAF. As just looking around, I'm not too sure how many of these guys are actually going to get around for another lap. Livenspiel, definitely not. He's still 30 seconds away with only 10 seconds left in the session, so that should be him done for tonight at the end of this lap. As we look around, and yeah, as it stands...
Blind Man made it across the line, so DP Mario. Both of them have got 1 lap in them now.
And everybody else will be finishing as on this lap as Livenspiel rounds the final corner. He may be a little bit down. Let's have a look as he approaches the start-finish line. It's going to be tight, and he does improve marginally. Goes up an extra position there into P8 as Geesh coming through Puon now. Down towards the technical second sector.
Definitely. I think there's going to be another car crossing the line before Geesh, I believe. Just looking through the grid here, I think our Phil Merchant will just cross. We've also got Diswood actually currently coming onto the back straight here. He'll be the next one across the line to set a lap. As far as I'm sure, it doesn't look to be anything too crash hot, but we'll see what it comes out with. Currently his best time at 2 minute 36, so there's definitely a lot of improvement. He's 21 seconds, call it, off pole position here. I think Woody might have been saving his best for the last lap. He's really pushing the limits of the car now. Let's see what he comes up with as he makes his way through the bus stop chicane.
Might not be last, but let's see what happens as he crosses the line. Goes into P7, so decent lap from Woody there. Nice mid-pack lap time.
Yep, as
Geesh
comes across as well.
Geesh, oh my goodness, goes even quicker, a 15.3. Next across the line will be the Bite the Roses, as he does improve to P2. FAF will be the next car as well. Followed by, I believe that's Kiwi in the background.
Yep, certainly is. As Faf comes up to the line here, sets it up, no wheel spin, looks at the checkered flag and doesn't improve, unfortunately. Neither does Kiwi Wolf. Who's the next person we got here? I believe will be Daedalus and DP Mario, but the next 2 people across the line. Looks like Daedalus might be holding up DP Mario here. I've got a feeling neither of these guys will improve their lap, but let's just see what happens.
Oh,
they both do, actually.
And Mario improves as well, but I don't think he went any higher, unfortunately. Yeah, P6 is where he remains at the moment.
Unfortunately, improved the lap time, not position, but that's okay. Getting some practice laps in for the 2 20-minute sprint races we have coming up.
So I believe that's everything the qualifying session wrote for tonight.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for the Jackery Q to finish doing what he's doing with the pit lane, and then we should be able to get started with our race. But that was a cracking qualifying session. If you disregard the car in P1, that was very close by everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. As we'll take the opportunity to just say hello to everybody in chat. Hello, Robert Rice. Hello, Debrev, Snake Eyes. We got Blind Man in chat. Bumcrack. We have Peb Bowl. I'm not too sure how to say that one, but got Stranger in the chat as well. Clint's in chat as well. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us here tonight for the Community Series stream. As we'll just head across to the official qualifying results for that session. So as it stands, Geesh takes the Gokanga fastest lap and the pole position with a 2:15.3, the fastest lap time I think we're going to see over the course of this round in Sector 1, main game and Community Series. So Geesh takes P1, Bite the Roses in P2 all the way from the UK. It's 1.3 seconds behind Geesh. That is a massive gap. Dominant showing from the Respawn Esports driver there in Geesh. FAF in the Blacklight Ammo car takes P3. Blind Man in P4. Jackery Q takes the first slot on the third row of the grid with a 217 flat. DP Mario slots in alongside him in P6. Woody in 7th. Tubes in P8. And looking to the back half of the grid, we got Living Spiel in P9. Boggs P10. Killer on the Loose in 11th. Kiwi Wolf in 12th. Diabolus 13th, and rounding out the pack is Filth Merchant in P14.
Well, after that great qualifying session, I think it's time to let these guys go and send them off racing, mate.
That sounds like an awesome idea. As just try and avoid the orange flakes on the big red button left by Carbon Boy from Sunday, and why don't we whack that big red button, Captain Muffet?
Yep, it's whacked. I will admit, I have got a few orange particles on my fingers now, but it's okay. I'm pretty sure it's just Cheetos. I will lick it off and we'll carry on. Here we are now, coming up here for the first race of tonight. All the cars looking lovely on the grid.
As the light sequence begins, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. They are out and away we go racing here at Spa in the Sector 1 Community Series as they barrel down towards the first turn. Everybody seems to be holding their line so far. Who's that going down the inside? That's Diabolus. As a little bit of contact, but everybody seems to have got through cleanly. The Filth Merchant. Oh, Killer's gone in the background. Oh dear, huge contact in the background there. Pushing Killer off. But they continue on. 2-3 wide up Eau Rouge as we see Boggs into the wall. That's massive for his race. P12, P13 potentially. Oh dear, but looking back up the front, Sheesh holds the lead. FAF gets past the Brit in Roses there. As they're 2 wide through Lacombe.
Yeah, one thing there, Faf to get the pass done, but he's copped a half-second penalty from it, so right now he's going to get that position right back when they serve the penalty, when he serves the penalty, I should say, at the back half of this lap.
As these guys come through Bruxelles now, heading towards the quarter with no name. And, yeah, very chaotic start, but for the most part these guys continuing on without too much drama.
Yeah, no, so much, very much going to be a single file now. Except for in the back here, actually. This one possibly going too wide into Poo-On, but no, everyone thinks better of it, and they just go single file. Very good call. As the tube goes off into the tarmac there, I should say, the that recovers it, carries on. Down in P13 now.
Down on the escape road there. Just try and keep out of the wall, which seems like he does for now.
Yep, and Faf also copped another half-second penalty somewhere, making it a full second now, which he's about to serve. He's going to lose out a few spots from this. As there's a spinner in the background. Oh, who was that? That was Jackery Q. Lost on the exit on the back straight. Oh, wow. That's definitely not something you want to see. Definitely not something I want on lap 1 of a 20-minute sprint race. As we've got more cars going off the track here, really misjudging the conditions. This is phenomenal racing from everyone here tonight. As G still leads the way, 2 seconds over by the Roses. I think there was someone in the chat that did say that G should be leading by 2 seconds into lap 1. Whoever said that, you sir, have won that bet. As they go on 2 by 2 nearly on the exit of the T1 down to Origin Radio. We have Blind Man P3, Faf P4. Or Discord P5 and DP Mario P6, all line astern, with a big long straight coming up, slipstream central, here we come. Let's see if anyone makes any passes. Still a single file so far. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's happened, but I may have lost my commentator in Lenocis, but we'll carry on for now. See here. So far, no passes being made. Woody gets close to Fat, but not close enough, unfortunately. And Not sure if anyone saw it, but Levenspiel got a bit airborne there on the apex there of the first chicane after the Camel Straight, going over one of the bollards. They got another penalty in the background. Jack Q with a half-second penalty. Must have got that through Erosion and Radion. Unfortunately, must have just cut the track there. Very easy to do. Trying to get the most out of the car. Trying to straight line that corner, and you just go dip one little wheel over the curves there, and the game will ping you for it. Still got battles going on here. Down the back. Currently, I'll have to double check. We'll notice he's still there, good sir. Okay, Lenocis has done something wrong here, I feel, but we'll just wait and see what happens here. Currently though, it's still in P1 right now. Geesh, 2.5 seconds, 2.6 now. Over Bart the Roses in P2. We've got Blind Man in P3, with Faf P4, Woody P5, and Deep Mario B6, all very much line stern, close together. A little bit of a gap back to Levenspiel on P7, who's a bit of a no man's land, in a bit of no man's land, I should say, right now. On his own, as Deepy Mario looks for a move on Woody, but can't get it done. Pulls back in, takes the racing line and carries on. AEST Diabolus in P8, with Kiwi Wolf riding his bumper as they all getting very close there, going into the chicane, and everyone's getting really loose in the exit of that corner. The car just wants to wheel spin, no grip whatsoever, even on these racing soft tyres.
Hello.
As they got... Okay, you're back. Hello, Luke. My co-commentator, Lenocis, has joined me in the box again. Very lovely to see you. I'm not sure if my voice has been heard on the stream, but I've been talking anyways, just in case.
I've been having some issues with my microphone. For some reason, I believe there is a slight echo, so I tried to fix it, but it didn't work, so now I've reverted to it. So if you can hear an echo on stream, sincerely apologise, might try and fix it in the break. For some reason my PC isn't detecting my microphone, so we'll have to continue on now, 5 minutes into this one.
Yes, no, definitely. And so far, he more or less got a few battle packs for me, with Geesh and Bart the Roses pretty much on their lonesome, I should say. But then P3, 4, 5, and 6 of Blind Man, Faf, Woody, and DP Mario, all pretty close together, still with slipstream range for the most part, so they should be getting pretty close to each other as the race goes on, I feel. Levenspiel P7 currently any bit of no man's land, like I said before, just minding his own. And then back here, P8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, I believe, all very close together, with Diabolus here possibly acting as a cork in the bottle. This is very interesting to see what happens here, as there was a move in the background, but no, there was not. Keen to see what happens. Lenocis, what's your take on this, mate?
Cars in not a lot of time, which is great to see. Oh my goodness, lots and lots of traffic down coming through Port Frere at the moment. Headed by Diabolus all the way from P8 to P14, so lots of action kicking off down here as they come through Blogshemont now. Holds the position, Diabolus does. So we see, running very wide there in the background for Kiwi Wolf. Is anybody able to find their way past? I don't think so, as they come to the bus stop. Diabolus running a little bit wide off the racing line, but comes back on and joins back in. Kiwi Wolf does, as they complete the fourth lap down towards the run towards turn 1. Kiwi Wolf slams on the brakes, gets pulled up, a little bit of contact with the tube in the D's entry.
Yeah, no, very much. Diabolus here, he's a cork in the bottle. Everyone's just slipstreaming up to him and then find no way past once they get there. Thankfully, after those shenanigans on the back straight, everyone was sort of involved in there. Got a bit of separation now, only with Filth Merchant on his rear bumper, but then the forecast behind him of Tubus, let's call him, Kiwi Wolf, Jackery, and Boggs, I should say. All very close as Boggs looks for a move up the inside of Jackery. Can't get down though. Jackery holds around the outside. Lovely there. But yeah, these guys are all very close together, and I think, 8 minutes into this race, I'm not sure if we planned for it, but I think now is probably a good time for a tyre and fuel update.
I think that is an awesome idea, Captain Muffin. As we
So
start
here
the
we are.
sequence now.
Ladies and gentlemen, present to you the tyre and fuel update brought to you by APR Automotive, I believe they're called. Lenocis should be able to correct me on that if I've got their name wrong.
I believe so.
Looking at the front here, awesome. Looking at the front here, we've got distinct G-sh, 5.1 seconds ahead of P2. Currently with about 2/3 tank of fuel, tyre wear, there's not too much on there, and well, maybe about 25% gone on all tyres. He's looking after the car really well. Roses in P2, touch more fuel, maybe the same. There's not much in between these two drivers in P1 and P2. Used a bit more front tyre, but a bit less rear. Maybe he's got like a more front-heavy car with the brake bias more towards the front, trying to get the front of the car settled, possibly. Blind Man P3, fine with fine with Faf, I should say. God, I'll learn to speak English at some point. Still going side by side here onto the main straight. Blind Man currently roughly the same fuel as two cars in front. Tyres roughly the same as Rose's. And we've got Faf going around the outside. Oh, what a move. He can pull this off, but unfortunately can't. Hairpin corner around the outside is very hard to do. Currently, roughly same fuel, same tyres as the three cars in front of him. Close towards G-sh, if anything, in regards to tyre wear. Woody in P5. I'd say at the moment he's got the most amount of fuel, but once again, there's not too much in, unfortunately. No sort of real fuel strategy going at play here. And tyre-wise, used a bit more front than rear, but overall, about the same as everyone else around him, as the cars go 3 wide into the braking zone here.
Oh, that's not going to work,
Woody,
boys.
Woody nearly pulled around the outside. They're still 3 wide. Oh my god, gentlemen. Take.
Oh,
that's
no,
Dicky
contact!
Mario.
Oh, that's huge contact. And that's FAF ends up in the gravel. Oh dear.
Yeah, I think definitely. That was a very ambitious move there. Ambitious move from DP Mario there, from what I could tell. But he did get it done, and unfortunately, 3 wide through a corner like that, someone was going to have to lose out. Unfortunately, it was Faf on this occasion. Going back now to the tyre and fuel update. Now on P4 we have DP Mario. 2/3 tank of fuel, roughly the same tyres. I'd say arguably a bit more wear on the fronts, I should say, compared to anyone else, but overall about the same. Levenspiel now on P6. He's probably used the most amount of fuel in the field, but still above half a tank, still looking pretty good for this race so far. And tyre wear, a bit more on the front than the rears, but about the same as the cars in front. Faf we already went over, but I'll go over again in case I did miss him and I'm just forgetting. But 2/3 tank of fuel, a bit more wear on the front than the rear tyres, but looking pretty good so far. It's a tube in P8, got past the Atlas downstream. Currently 2/3 tank of fuel, even 25% tyre wear across all tyres, looking pretty good. Jackery Q, currently half a tank of fuel. He is absolutely chewing through that fuel tank, I feel. Probably the best tyre in the field, but not by much. There is not too much whatsoever, excuse me. Dallaston now, same fuel as Jackery in front of him. Probably is a bit more tyres, but overall about the same. Bogser currently behind him. He's used the most amount of tyres, definitely. His front right tyre isn't looking that crash hot, comparatively speaking, to the cars around him. He used about half a tank of fuel as well. Kiwi Wolf P13, half tank of fuel, tyre wear about the same to the cars fighting for the back end of the podium in front of it. Killer on the loose in P13. I'm not sure when that happened there.
As you see, Diabolus running wide there as well, loses the positions to Kiwi Wolf and
Oh
Boxer.
wow. Oh wow. So Killer on the loose currently, 2/3 tank of fuel, tyre wear's looking pretty good compared to the cars in front, without doubt. And then Phil's Merchant in P14, he's currently got about touch over half tank of fuel, tyre wear, a bit more in the front right than anything else, but overall looking pretty good.
Thank you for that APR tyre and fuel update there, Mr. Muffin.
Definitely. Now, as we exit out, just want to come back to the front now. We'll go through the field again. Distinct G-sh, 7.4 seconds to Boulder Roses in P2. He is just walking away with it. Currently with the fastest lap time of a 2:15.161. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that was faster than his qualifying time.
Yeah, his qualifying was a 15.3, and to just drop a 15.1 in the race? Geesh. Why do you have to bully these guys like this? You're making them look like a bunch of amateurs.
Very much. He is going for the triple crown tonight. The qualifying pole position, the race win in the feature race, and then the race win in the reverse grid race. He wants to get himself etched in the history books as one of those triple crown winners.
Yeah. As Bite the Roses, he's sitting in a bit of no man's land here. He's got a massive gap back to Blind Man. And a massive gap looking forward to Jeesh. So he's just going to run his race. 6 minutes left. So he just no big risks. Just needs to drive it home.
Yep. But this back end of the podium battle is starting to heat up with Blind Man, DP Mario and Woody all very much running line astern. And with Levenspiel not too far off the back of that. So if these guys get very argy-bargy, Levenspiel up with him in no time at all.
Absolutely. As they head up towards Eau Rouge and Radeon.
DP Mario getting very close there to the back of Blind Man, touching the rear bump as they go onto the Camel Straight here. Now, you DP Mario might have a good run here, but Woody starting a bit further back should more of a slippery effect and be able to slingshot past. Oh, we're going 3-1 again, boys.
Oh dear, not again. Did you guys not learn about it last time? They're still 3-1. Oh my goodness. Oh, huge contacts. But these guys, they're going to go 3-1 for the 3 quarters in a row. Oh my goodness. Blind Man, Mario, and Woody. They settled things down by the time they get to Bruxelles, but the entire Lacombe sequence was 3 wide.
And to see no one go off the track is just phenomenal driving from all the guys here. And that Levenspiel is kind of looking at this, rubbing his hands together, saying, "Yes, boys, please fight some more."
Absolutely. As they're 2 wide through Pouon. Jesus.
Well, if Woody can hold this, he'll be on the outside for the next corner, but then I'll turn back to the inside for the corner after that. Let's see, he goes very deep on the brakes. He holds around the outside.
Oh,
can you get the position?
Some great racing action between
Mario's
these two.
There. Oh no, he's done it. Woody has gotten past.
What a move from Woody to get himself up into P4. But I don't think this battle is done yet. Mario looking for a way past.
Yeah, Mario definitely. He's got that slipstream, and Woody does not being over a second away from Blind Man P3. DP Mario, he's either going to send it down the bus stop chicane, or he's going to be patient, look at the Camel Straight again and say, that's the longest straight, I can slipstream past there and make a move. We'll see what happens here. Not close enough for a move here going to the bus stop chicane. But Woody definitely making a little bit of ground on Blind Man there. Not getting the best run Blind Man out of the bus stop chicane.
Bit of a wiggle from Mario.
As I say that, the gap is now extended out to 1.1 seconds, so I should probably just stop trying to talk out of my bum hole. And Karen Levenspiel has definitely caught up to this pack. The gap now to DP Mario is 1.5 seconds. Very much. He's going to be in this in no time.
Running on board with Levenspiel on his run down towards, on the old pit straight down towards Eau Rouge and now Radeon. Gap sitting at 1.8 seconds, so he might be able to work his way back into this, but 2 laps remaining in this race, so might just be able to join this battle by the end of the race.
Yeah, and just looking here now, currently, even though this slipstream assisted, DP Mario is purple by 0.3 of a second.
As Woody and Mario still battling at it, hammer and tong.
Yeah. And Blind Man's still there as well. If he makes one little mistake, he's back in this battle pack. He's only just out of it by the skin of his teeth.
Absolutely. That gap dropping to 0.7 now, so Blind Man hasn't had the cleanest first sector.
Definitely. But currently, with only like 1.5 laps remaining now, all he's got to do is to keep it nice and clean, and he should be right to secure a podium this first race here tonight. Right now, what he wants is for DP Mario to catch up to Woody, and for those who start going 2 wide again, that will just that will make Blind Man's day, I feel.
Absolutely. As he runs a little bit wide over that AstroTurf there, Blind Man. Manages to keep it on the black stuff though.
Yep. Oh, in the background there, sorry, I just missed it there. Faf having a real big tank slapper moment there. Left, right, left, just on the entry to the double right-hander onto the back straight here onto Paul, sorry, as they call it. I'm not sure the technical terminology you're using before, but I think they're just calling poor that corner now, right-hander going onto the back. Very much so. The cars towards the back here have started to spread out a bit with Jackery Q currently in P8, very much a no man's land, same as Icer Tube in P9. Diabolus has dropped to the back completely here, currently P11, 12 seconds off the back of Boggs, with Kiwi Wolf running his bumper.
As Jackery Q ran wide at Blanchemont, but I think he's got away without a penalty, so continuing on now. That gap under a second between Tubes and Jackery Q here.
Yeah, I think Jackery Q might have dirty tyres after going wide like you said. So Tube here's going to have a great run down the Camel Straight here, try and mount a charge, try and mount any sort of, make a comeback I should say, not a comeback, a move. I'm struggling with the words here guys, it's Thursday night and yeah, it's all good. We're having fun here in the comms box here at Spa. Looking down the Camel Straight now, Jackery's got a bit of separation now, currently about 0.8 of a second, which should be enough to keep him out of harm's way into the next braking zone, unless Tube goes for one of the most ambitious dive bombs I've ever seen, but he doesn't, thinks better of it. Both these two live to fight another day as they continue on.
Absolutely. As we look back up to this battle here, Mario, he's managed to get past Woody, and he's on a charge for Blind Man for this Community Series podium.
Yeah, we've also got following there behind Levenspiel and Faf, both closing in on this battle pack here. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out with the elusive P3 spot.
As this is the final lap as well. So we look back up front to Jish as he approaches Blanchemont for the final time.
As he pulls out a 14-second gap on the field in a 20-minute race, he has nearly pulled out a second a minute. That is just unbelievable driving from Jish.
As he rounds the bus stop chicane for the 9th and final time in race number 1, he'll cross the line in the doghouse car. And P2 is Bite the Roses, all the way from England, sporting the APR Automotive Genesis tonight. And he'll cross the line to take P2, flashing the lights, weaving about. Good race from him, but Blind Man, he's going to hold on only just over DP Mario. Will take the final spot on the podium. Mario P4, Woody P5, Livingspiel in P6, FAF in P7, cops a 1 second penalty, but he'll be safe there as Jackery Q 10 seconds down the road. He's going to hold on over Tubes as well. Respawn Esports over the Deeds car, and Boggs in the Hooncorp car will come home in P10 to complete this one. And Diabolus side by side with Kiwi Wolf into the final quarter now. Who's it going to be? Looks like Diabolus covers the apex well, and he's going to hold on to P11 over Kiwi Wolf. The ISA car crossing just outside of the top 10. Kiwi Wolf P12. Filth Merchant in P... Oh, I think KarenUnleashed is doing some donuts. He's getting a bit of screen time here.
Yeah, definitely. I thought he made a mistake there, but he's going very slow for someone that just made a mistake, losing a position there to Filth Merchant in P13 now.
I think he really wants a bit of screen time here, Killer. So, Filth Merchant rounding the final quarter, and he'll finish in P13 in the Kraken Esports car. And Killer, what's he going to do? I have a feeling we're going to see some donuts. It's going to be from the Lightning Motorsport driver.
Let's see what he does here. Coming out of the last corner now. It's just him on track, left to finish. As he just accelerates over the line. Nothing fancy. Okay, there you go.
But now we have a reverse grid race. So that means that Killer's going to be on pole position.
It is the meta strat, if you will. You finish last in the first race, you start first in the second race. So overall, may seem bad on paper, but this may just work out quite well for our good friend Killer.
Absolutely. So we'll just have a look at the official results for that one. And hang on 1 second. And here we are. So Distinct Geesh takes P1 and the Go Kanga fastest lap at 2:15.1. The second spot on the podium goes to Bite the Roses in P2. Blind Man takes the final spot on the podium. Hang on. Mario in P4, Woody P5, Living Spiel P6, FAF 747 in P7, Jackery Q 8th, Ice Tube in P9, Boggs 10th, Ice Diabolus 11th, Kiwi Wolf 12th, Filth Merchant 13th, and Karen the Loose rounds us out in P14. So I think we're going to go for a 5-minute quick intermission while we sort out the grid. And then we'll be back for race number 2, reverse grid here at Spa-Francorchamps. So do not go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back with race number 2. 1 second. Okay, be right back, guys. Hello, everybody. We are here again at Spa-Francorchamps for race number 2 of the Sector 1 Community Series. And we're here with the reverse grid here tonight. Another 20-minute race. Hopefully, you guys all tune in for that first race. So don't miss any of the action. Race number 2 coming right up. And Killer on the loose on pole position for this one. So could he go all the way? I mean, he had good pace last time out at Laguna Seca. Let's see what happens. But I think the big headline will be Geesh trying to complete the first double win. Trifecta of a pole position first race win and a second race win, which he did before at Watkins Glen. So let's see what happens here tonight for race number 2. We ready to go, Muffin?
I think very much are for tonight. A big red button. It's just wanting to be pushed. It's just too enticing to leave unpushed. Here we go now. Race 2 of tonight, the reverse race, the one that matters here at Spa for the community series here at Sector 1 Sim Racing.
As the big red button has been clicked.
Yes, the cars are slowly making their way to the grids, getting the tyres warmed up, getting the engines up to the right temperatures. Everything is going to be good for these guys. It's looking good for another solid race here. Let's see what happens.
As the light sequence begins, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. They are out and racing here at Spa-Francorchamps for race number 2. Killer on the loose seems to get off to a good start, as he should be able to hold it for turn 1. Little bit of action in the background. Oh, huge contact, and that's the Deeds car in the background of Tubes getting punted a little bit, so he'll be just a second behind the rest of the pack. But Killer on the loose under a lot of pressure from Filth Merchant. Now contact through Eau Rouge and Radion. But Killer holds on to first place as they barrel down towards Lacombe now.
God, these guys are going to go 3 wide on the first lap. Oh my, this is insane. I know. Killer gets a little bump draft there from Douglas behind. Gets enough separation there to hold the lead into the first chicane.
Oh, huge action. Up and down.
It appears we've lost one as well in Borg. Apparently Borg has unfortunately had to retire the car. Well, I'll have to make sure he's all right down the pit lane after this race is done.
Oh, 3 wide into Bruxelles! Oh my goodness, they're 3 by 2. This is incredible stuff that we're seeing. This is the chaos that reverse grids throw up. So they come through the no corner. Woody gets pushed wide.
It's only lap 1, guys. Take it easy.
As they come through Pool for the first time. And huge action all up and down the grid at the moment. As big headlines at the moment is that Geesh, he's only made it to 10th on the opening lap. But as it still stands, we got Killer on the Loose P1, Kiwi Wolf P2, FAF in P3, Blind Man P4. As the action isn't settling down, the further down we go, as these guys still battling it out on the opening lap.
These guys here, they're all playing for keeps. He almost squares the last lap as Filth Merchant goes wide. Oh, he's getting all 80 there. Oh, I think he spun it. Yeah, unfortunately he has spun on the AstroTurf.
Filth
Very
Merchant.
easy to do.
As Killer on the loose. Oh, he runs a little bit wide. That might come with an invoice. But the APR Automotive car of Bite the Roses ran very wide. That might definitely come with an invoice. As Killer, massive oversteer moment. Manages to hold on to it. As the APR car goes around. Oh, dear.
Yep, that was Bite the Roses there. Unfortunately, a bit of contact with Diswell, I think, at the apex of the corner and just unfortunately couldn't hold it.
Start of the second lap now. As these guys continue up. Oh, running wide. That's Bite the Roses once again, I believe. Running wide.
That was DP Mario.
DP Mario. As they come through Eau Rouge and Radion.
Well, these positions are chopping and changing. This is great. This is sensational.
And we're only 3 minutes into the race. Barreling down towards Lake Cove. One of the best overtaking opportunities on the entire track. And it looks like 3 wide between Mario, Jackery Q and Diabolus. These guys managed to sort themselves out though through the corner.
Unfortunately, Mario has got a penalty, so right now he wants to be making hay try and mitigate that as much as possible. They're currently right behind Jackery Q, who we know is no slouch behind the wheel. He's going to have a hard time getting past him, and then when he serves that penalty, I feel at this point in time he'll lose a position to Diabolus and possibly Roses.
As Geesh is up to 6th on lap 2 as we see him move there. Oh, as Kiwi Wolf has to settle in behind Killer on the Loose, who has dropped to P3. Blind Man has inherited the lead of the race.
Yep, with Faf now in P2 as well. Killer, unfortunately, must have made a mistake on the lap there somewhere, which we've missed. Wolf currently defending from Woody, who tries to look around the outside, can't make it stick. Geesh right there, look on the outside of Woody, but can't make that stick. Jackery and DP Mario are now part of this battle as well. They have invited themselves to the event. That is the battle for P4, I believe it is now.
P3 at the moment. We have 6 cars, and they're going 3 wide in the background there between Killer and, oh my goodness, are they going to go 3 wide through Blockshemont? There's no way Killer down the inside of Mario. I mean, that's not Mario, that's Woody. As Mario is in amongst it as well. They all 3 run wide in the background there. As Woody goes for the move on Kiwi Wolf. Contact from Killer, sending Kiwi Wolf wide. Oh my god, it's chaos! As Killer gets spun round. Oh my goodness. These guys, there's so much chaos.
I think we'll need like a Mario.
Oh my goodness, look at the horde of cars heading down towards turn 1. This is incredible stuff that we're seeing. This is the action that the reverse grid gives us.
Indeed it is. You just look to the reverse grid as Mario and Killer looking at possibly go 2 wide into a Rouge and Radion. They settled it there before the corner.
Sort it out, guys. They have sorted it out as they head through Radion now. Oh my goodness, as we're going to see, they're going to go 3 wide into Lacombe for the 3rd consecutive lap. Potentially. What's it going to be? They are going to go 3 wide. Oh no! As we see Tubes down the inside of... no, that's Livingspiel down the inside of...
oh, Livingspiel's in the wall. Livingspiel's in the wall. Ooh,
as he drops down to 12th place.
And unfortunately, Killer as well down to P9 had a little bit of a mare there. That was up in the P7. Not sure how the hell that happened. That was... I thought it was towards the back, but no worries, carry on.
As finally this battle pack has started to sort itself out. But the big news is that Geesh is 6 seconds down on Blind Man, approaching the halfway mark through this race. So Geesh needs to get a wriggle on, or Blind Man might run away with it.
Definitely he does. He's still got 3 cars to pass in Woody, Faf and Blind Man himself, and I can guarantee you now they're selling into the race. Those 3 cars in front are not going to make it easy. They know that once Geesh gets in front, it's going to be a challenge to get that position back.
Absolutely. As I think we can take the time to have a look on the Next Level Racing action replay at that chaos that happened down at the bus stop chicane on lap 2. As, that was just so chaotic as we see the Respawn Esports car and the Red Mist car actually getting reset there before there was contact with Killer that sent him a little bit wide. As we'll slow it right down and have a look. So Killer, he runs deep into the corner, makes contact with the Kiwi Wolf, and Jackery Q runs wide as well. So they head down towards a little bit of contact, pushing shove, and Killer got spun round, unfortunately. But as
looking
it stands,
looking at live action now, Rose pulled off an excellent move on Jackery Q, sort of going into the outside, dived to the inside just before the braking zone at T1, went up the inside there and carried on. It was just poetry in motion from Roses there.
As these guys still battling it out, Jackery Q and Diabolus on the run down to Lacombe. Side by side into the corner. Very tough corner to get right this one and make an overtake as the inside becomes the outside. So you have to pick your line perfectly. Try and outbrake the other car as... sorry, that is Jackery Q and Roses. I don't know why I said Diabolus, as Diabolus has actually lost the position to DP Mario there.
It's a case for enough. Both the cars are very similar paint schemes, being red and a white / chromey colour. Yes, DP Mario and Diabolus currently half a second separating them. As Diabolus makes a little bit of a mistake and the gap goes out to about a second, but DP Mario has got a half second penalty to serve. So no matter what DP Mario does, Dallas is going to close back up in a few corners' time.
As I think it's time for an API tyre and fuel update. What do you reckon, Captain Muffin?
I think it very much is. So for the second time tonight, here we have, ladies and gentlemen, the APR fuel and tyre update brought to you by APR Automotive. I know I said the name twice, but just want to make sure I get a lot of brand exposure for the guys there at
APR Automotive. There we go.
Yep, perfect.
We've fulfilled our broadcasting requirements for tonight.
Yep, thank you. We'll happily take the cash in the form of a cash check or credit card deposit. Anyways, Blind Man in P1 currently, he's got about 2/3 tank of fuel, about maybe 25% wear on the front tyres, about 20 on the rear. He's looking pretty good. Faf, who's closed right up to the back of him, currently only 3/4 of a second behind. Touch more fuel and touch better tyres or back, but not too much in it between the top two here. Woody in P3, 3 seconds off the back more or less. Currently, a bit over 2/3 tank of fuel, same tyre wear as Faf in front of him. Jeesh in P4, who's starting to get a wriggle on now with a fastest lap currently of a 2:15.7. Same fuel as Woody in front, slightly better, but not too much in it. Roses in P5, 2/3 tank of fuel, same tyres as two cars in front more or less, looking pretty good from him. Jackery in P6 now, used a bit more fuel than everyone else, but still enough to make it to the end. I think there's no real fuel issues this race for any of the drivers here. Tyre wear, about the same as the cars in front, still maybe a touch more on the fronts than the rears, but too much in it for him. DP Mario, 4 seconds off the back of that in P7, 2/3 tank of fuel, tyres. The front left, I believe it is, with a touch more wear than the other tyres, but overall probably about 20% all round. Daedalus in P8, he's got about a touch over half a tank of fuel, not too much there. He used a bit more of the front left than DP Mario in front, and a bit more of the front right, but overall about the 20-25% wear mark. Killer on the loose in P9 now. 2/3 tank of fuel, probably one of the best off the fuel at this point in time, and tyres looking about the same as the car leading the race, around about the 20-25% wear mark. Kiwi Wolf P10, right on the back of Killer and right in front of Levenspiel. Touch over half tank of fuel, tyres about 20% all around again. As you see, Isotube go wide in the background there. Currently now, I was up to, there's a few passes there I've missed.
These guys are battling it. Oh, a huge moment for Kiwi Wolf as he slows right to a stop there.
Keeps it going though, very nice. Talked about Killer. We have Levenspiel currently just over half tank of fuel, about 20% wear across all 4 tyres, looking pretty even. Phil's Merchant, just over half tank of fuel. He's used a lot more of the front right, which is oddly surprising, but overall probably about maybe the 25-30% wear mark from him, not looking too bad at all. Isotube, who we saw had a moment before on the way through Pouon, looking at about just over half tank of fuel and even wear across all 4 tyres, about 25% now. And Kiwi Wolf, I'm not sure we touched on it before, but just in case we didn't, half tank of fuel exactly and about 25% wear across all 4 tyres. Now, unfortunately, we did lose Boggs earlier in the race, unfortunately, due to a mechanical fault, so we don't have any details from him for obvious reasons.
As we see Jeesh and Woody battling it out on the run down to Lecombe. As Jeesh, he just edges in front, but Woody's not entitled to give up the position just yet, as they're side by side through the corner. But Jeesh sweeps around the outside, gets the move done. Woody looking for the switchback, but it's not going to open up for him. And Jeesh up in a P3, 4 seconds to the leaders.
Yep, as Woody looks to the inside, goes straight back for it, and it's a very long corner now. And Jeesh is able to hold it. Oh no, Woody gets a little bit squirrely there, and Jeesh gets a little bit squirrely because of it. Gets the position back, but these guys are very much right stern, and Rose is stuff in and is bringing Jackery Q with him. This battle for the podium is not over yet currently, and they're still about 4 seconds away from Faf, who's now leading the race. Blind Man's made a mistake somewhere. We've missed that completely.
Oh dear, that's disaster for Blind Man, but the gap to Jeesh, all this battling with Woody, it's opening back up to about 5 seconds. 4.4 as it stands at the moment.
That Triple Crown starting to get more and more aloof to think Jeesh tonight. However, though, we still got about 7 minutes of racing, which will equal out to about, I believe. So it's not over yet for this race and for Geesh.
Should get another 3 laps of racing action from these guys, so should be tight by the time the end of this race comes. 4 seconds, that's a tough ask for Geesh with only 6 minutes left. And with Woody ahead of him, he's got to get a ring on. It's oh jeez, he's run very well. Oh no, I think that's a disconnect. I think the server may be gone.
I think we might have problems here. Cars are all coming to a halt. Cars are all parking up. Something has gone wrong here as cars are starting to leave the room. Oh no, something has happened here, unfortunately.
Oh dear, I believe this... oh dear.
I think very much, unfortunately, Green Turismo has to provide us with another cracker of a server. This is not ideal, unfortunately. Oh wow.
So the cars are still in the lobby. It hasn't crashed, but everyone is parked and stopped.
I think it's
everyone's reversing down the pit straight.
We may have to, unfortunately, red flag the remainder of this race. I think we did cross roughly 60% race distance.
And there we go.
Okay. As the track here now looks very empty, and it's just me here in lovely Spa. I think we will have to, unfortunately, declare this race if that is all right with you, Lenocis.
Well, 6 minutes remaining in the race. What's that? Yeah, that is more than 60%. So, I mean, for 5 minutes, we could get it up and running again, but it'll take 10 minutes before we can see some Sector 1 racing action. So, fortunately, I think we're just going to have to call it there, which is a bit disappointing, but looks like I guess we can call it that FAF has won that race.
Yep, FAF won the race with Blind P2 and Woody in P3. Geesh. Yeah, the GT guys just did not want him to get the Triple Crown tonight, so they crashed the lobby on purpose because of that. There you go.
So, get into chat, guys, and give us your driver of the days. Who do you reckon your driver of the day goes to tonight, Muffin?
Currently for me, I'll probably have to give it to... It's a very tough question because everyone here has had a pretty good night out, but overall, I'd probably give it to Blind Man. Managing, 2 podiums across both races, even, red flag declared for the second race there. But Blind Man, just a nice consistent outing there from him. I think he did a lovely job.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm going to give my drive of the day to... I don't know. I feel like if we had that extra 5 minutes in the race at the end there, could have probably had a better idea for who to give the drive of the day to, but I don't know, there's so many candidates. I mean, gee, she was just on another level entirely. We had Roses, who was constantly up there in the first race, came home with a P2, and Woody defending from Geesh, maybe a little bit aggressively, but yeah, great defense from Woody. I'm not too sure. I'm just going to leave mine open for the moment. See if any drive of the days come in the chat. But I mean, it was good racing tonight. Yeah, it was very entertaining. Lots of action, especially at the start of that second race, which unfortunately had to be cut short. But yeah, red flag, FAF takes the win. Bumcrack gives his to FAF. Blind Man, I'm going to take that as a drive of the day to FAF as well. And yeah, I don't see any more nominations coming in at the moment. But yeah, nice. Thanks for everybody for showing up tonight as well. We had a good night of racing. Unfortunately, the game not letting us complete the race the way we would have liked, but is what it is. And we'll have to sort that out for next time. So yeah, not too sure what happened there. It seemed like everybody just stopped. And then that was it, wasn't it, Muffin?
That was it. Yeah, very anticlimactic and disappointing end to the racing tonight. But unfortunately, you got to deal with the hand you dealt, and that's what we have now. Hopefully, next time we come around to community series, we shouldn't have any more problems like that occurring again, both with your microphone and with the lobby settings, whether that's on GT's end or my end. But yeah, hopefully next time we come out, should be all smooth sailing. We can get 2 full races in there, everyone.
Yeah, tonight been plagued with a couple of technical difficulties, but that doesn't mean a lack of action, and these guys put on some great entertainment for us tonight. As we have a couple more Driver of the Day nominations coming in. We have Debrev giving his Driver of the Day to Blind Man as well there. And Bumcrack, FAF Driver of the Day, already read that one out. So if you haven't already, guys, make sure you click the like button underneath the stream so that it just helps us out here. Thanks for everybody rocking up today, both drivers and our spectators who joined us here tonight on YouTube or in Gran Turismo. It was a fun night of racing and enjoyed to call it. And special thanks to Captain Muffin for giving up his time to race direct tonight's racing.
No, thank you, Lenocis, for taking the time to join me in the comms box here, mate. It's always lovely to see the action on track and get to talk about it, and I guess mansplain my love for the sport that is sim racing. But overall, everyone, thank you all for coming by, watching, checking it out. And like Lenocis said, like the video if you want to, even subscribe to the channel if you want to see more racing here. We've got our Division 2 and 4 drivers racing here on Sunday night for our 2 Enduros of the season, I believe. It's gonna be a cracker of a night. The forecast, while it was very dry here, I can almost guarantee it's going to be wet come the weekend. And when you want to improve racing action, just add water.
Just add water, H2O. Not a sponsored inclusion in this stream. Muffin has come out with this statement all on his own, so I don't know whether there's some personal affairs going on there with the mermaid reference.
Yes, well, no comment to that, Lenocis. Thank you very much.
All right, so we'll start it off here. As Muffin said, join us on Sunday for Group B Enduros, featuring our Division 4 and Division 2. What's the word? Drivers is usually the word. So thanks for coming, everybody. Yeah, and it's everybody who rocks up to these nights that allow us to put on a good show and have a bit of fun. So once again, thank you all for coming out tonight. So that's Lenocis and Captain Muffin signing us off here in the Sector 1 Community Series. And we'll catch you all. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.